will study about chapter number 2, mechanical properties of fluid. Okay, so basically fluid means what? Fluid means what? A substance which can flow easily is called as what? Fluid. For example, liquid and gases. These are the two matters, states of matter which can flow. So therefore, we will take the example of liquid and gas. In liquid, we can take water, milk, oil and honey, etc. Gas, we can take air. Okay, why? Because air contains more gases in it. So this fluid comes from what? This fluid, we will get the idea of this fluid from states of matter. Before this, states of matter has been studied in 11th standard. So let us see what are they. Solid, liquid and gas. These are the three states of matter. Let us see some of the properties of these three. So solid. Solid means what? It is having its own shape, it is having its own size. Why it is having its own shape and size? Because their molecules are tightly bound to each other and therefore the molecule cannot come out of the solid. Okay, so like that only the liquid and gas, it does not have its own shape and it takes the shape of container. Whatever may be the container shape, it will take. Okay, so if we apply an external force on these three of them, what will happen? So let us see about solid. If solid so if we apply force on solid, then what will happen? It maintain its shape when force is applied. That is, it has some resistance power in it, right? So therefore it can oppose the applied force. But the liquid and gas doesn't has a fixed shape, so therefore they cannot resist or they cannot apply a opposing force. So therefore they start flowing under the action of external force. Okay, so we will see the next point, effect of shear force. So effect of shear force means what? Shear force is nothing but the force which is applied tangentially on a solid and therefore there is an opposing force applied by the solid against the shear force. Okay, or we can say shear stress. So when solid when we apply shear force on solid, it opposes it by developing a restoring force. That is, deformation in solid is reversible. Okay, deformation means what? It is nothing but change in shape. So this thing is not happening in solid, it is reversible since it is having its own restoring force. So we will take one example. Let us take an example of box or cardboard box. If you apply a tangential force to a cardboard box, what will happen? It will take a tilted shape. Tilted shape means what? Parallelogram shape. And if you start decreasing the force, that is, if you remove the force, then what will happen? It will go to its original shape, right? So this is the effect of shear force on solid. Like that only, there are two more stress, that is normal stress. We will see the first one is compressive. Compressive force means what? If you apply a force in all the sides of the cube, then the cube start squeezing, that is, it start compressing. So this is called as what? Compressive stress. The another one is what? Tensile. So if you start applying the force in outward direction on all the sides of the cube, then what will happen? It will start expanding in all the sides. So this is called as what? Tensile force. So the next is what? Fluid. What is happening when the fluid is when we apply force on fluid, that is shear force on fluid. So since we know that fluid doesn't have its own fixed shape, so it cannot resist shear force, right? So resist means what? Opposing, right? It has no opposing power, so therefore it is getting permanently deformed. Or you can say the fluid can be deformed by small or normal pressure. Here we are using the word pressure, not the force. Next we will see some properties of ideal fluid and properties of fluid. Okay, so let us see. They are incompressible, right? Incompressible means what? They do not compress. So second point is what? Its flow is irrotational, that is, it flows smoothly. And if the flow is also steady, then what will happen? The velocity at each point is constant. Okay, that is what the fourth point tells you. So the third point is what? There is no internal friction in the fluid. If there was an internal friction, then it will be not able to flow smoothly, right? So there is no internal friction in the fluid flow. Some other properties of fluid are that they do not oppose deformation. That is, if a force has been applied, they get permanently deformed. So they are not able to oppose the deformation. Then next is what? They have the ability to flow. Third is what? They have ability to take the shape of container. All these things we have already studied. Then we will see about fluid at rest. The branch of physics which deals with the properties of fluid at rest is called as what? Hydrostatic. Okay, so hydrostatic has two words in it, hydro and static, right? So hydro means what? Any liquid, and static means what? To be at rest or not flowing, right? So this is what hydrostatic's meaning is. So hydrostatic means what? Any liquid which is at rest or which is not flowing. I hope you have understood all the whatever till now we have studied. Now we will see about pressure. Pressure means what? Pressure is nothing but fluid which exert force on a wall of container, right? So let us see the definition. The normal force exerted by the fluid at rest per unit area of contact is called as what? Pressure of fluid. So the formula will become force upon area, that is F upon A. So according to this formula, we will have a unit Newton per meter square, or we can use 1 Pascal. There are some other unit of pressure we use, that is 1 bar is equal to 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square. 1 hectopascal is equal to 100 Pascal. So the dimension will become what? L minus 1 M1 T minus 2. The dimension part you have seen in 11th standard, first chapter. I hope so you have understood all the points we have seen today.